me your password. You can use mine to get on the internet.
Prodigious. Welcome to Prodigious, episode 020. Try Our Patience, part 5.
Yeah, I was supposed to say on the doc. Okay, what's up? Try Chapter 5 PV2 reaction. Too many numbers in there. Recorded August 10th, 2017.
There are numbers there too. August 10.
Yeah, those ones flow better. Right? They
Prodigious is your critically nostalgic analytical tour through the Digimon. Through the script that I wrote before and forgot that I updated. Prodigious is your critically nostalgic analytical tour through the long wait between Digimon Tri films. I'm Jeff Ruberg, and today it's just me and fellow homeostasis vessel Ashley McDonald.
I liked your intro for once. It was good. This week, we're finally looking at the new Try Chapter 5 PV from a couple weeks ago, so it's not really new. It's kind of like oldish. Released at Digfest. I can read.
Yeah, that's my fault, writing Digfest.
Digfest. Oh, it is supposed to be Digi?
It's Digifest, yes.
Okay. Released at Digifest on July 30th.
It's Digimon Festival. It's not. Anyway,
Why doesn't it have a T?
Digifest? Oh, because that is just how Japanese. Because in Japanese it would be Fesu-ti. So they, shorten it to the first two syllables. Fesu. That's how
I hate you,
Japanese
Japanese.
abbreviations are. Okay, so now, I have actually watched the PV because I needed to gather some screenshots for gathering the notes for this episode. But Ashley has not seen this. Okay, I guess we should set the stage even more. Zoom back even further. There have been two PVs, two trailers released for Try Chapter 5. The first of which came out a while ago, at least 2 months ago, a long time ago actually. And it was when they announced the date that Try Chapter 5 would actually be, which was unknown for a while. Anyway, and the second one came out a week and a half ago at this point, right before August 1st at Digifest. And we are going to be mainly talking about the second one in this episode. We actually planned to have a discussion about the first one included. No, we were going to record it the same day we recorded the Odaiba Day stuff. And I was like, oh, there might be a new PV released on Odaiba Day or at Digifest. And that turned out to be a good thing we didn't record that because it would have been totally obsoleted by the second PV. Anyway, so Ashley and I have both seen PV1. Ashley's not seen PV2. We're going to live watch.
Was there a translation of PV1?
There is. It's actually, I
didn't read it.
I
meant to.
We'll look at it as we go through the show. So now we're going to watch. Now we're going to watch second PV, and we're going to. You can leave your laptop, Ashley.
Oh.
We're going to work out how to do this in a physical space. Two people watching the same screen. Who knows? Technology isn't there yet. Okay.
I have to put on my headphones.
Right, put on headphones. Are we going to cut this out? Who knows?
What's happening? RNG, let's go.
Also, we should note that we'll have all of the links to the videos and to the... We're going to be watching this in Japanese without any subtitles, so we're not going to really... I know some words, but...
Well, I know some words, too.
We'll have links to these videos and with the will threads and can include translations for the videos as well in the show notes, so check that out if you want to follow along with us. Otherwise, here we go. We are going to be reacting to
Kari.
the second PV. Here we go.
Hikari! I say Kari over and over.
デジタルワールドが私たちを憎んでいる。
僕らは今のデジタルワールドにとってウイルスのような存在と見られているのかもしれません。
少なくとも私たちは光たちを憎んでなんかいない。
子供と大人の見えるものにそんなに違いってあんのかな。俺たちは一体何のために選ばれた。メクモンは彼女のパートナーなんだぞ。かけがえのない仲間のことを思って何が悪い。
友達が悲しんでるの。そりゃ
We'll get into that.
理屈で許せない。
This is Digimon. Here's the bombshell that everyone's freaking out about.
Yep.
お兄ちゃん、どうして？
Brother, why? What?
Oh, you understand Japanese? Whoa, I didn't think you spoke Japanese. We just a flip switch, and now Ashley's fluent, and now Ashley's bilingual. Okay, now go back to your seat.
Oh, okay. Cool. But whose goggles are they?
Okay, so hopefully the technical things in having us switch mics.
Do I sound different now?
But yeah, let's. So impressions. What do you think?
What was the thing that I was supposed to think was big?
The thing that the fandom I think thinks is big. I should say I haven't actually been looking at that many reactions because we wanted to keep our reaction pure for this episode, so I didn't like participate in all the discussion or see much going on. But the thing I couldn't help, the thing that seemed to be causing so much chatter when the PV came out that I couldn't avoid was about the goggles. And
Well, yes, but somebody had already spoiled that for me.
Yeah, and it was hard to not see pictures of the goggles. And I don't. After I finally watching them, I'm kind of like, okay, that it seems to fit exactly in line with several of the other PV things that were featured that made it seem like there was going to be some huge big deal that in context was just like, okay. Like the Dark Emperor, what am I saying? The Digimon Emperor stuff in the trailer for the second film, we were like, oh my god, this is going to be huge. This is like, changes everything. It changed nothing. It couldn't have changed. It couldn't have changed less.
But we got Licky Jedi out of it.
Like 2 movies later.
It was
still
we got
worth
Licky
it for that
Jedi.
licking.
Yeah.
We should also just explain, if people aren't, fully aware of the difference between the previews and stuff. The first PV was 2 minutes long and like had a lot of different scenes, but my reaction to it was like, this isn't very exciting. Like, okay, it's stuff that is logically going to be in this.
I was very distracted by Ty's nose in many scenes.
His nose?
Yeah.
Moving on from that. But so the first one was long, had lots of scenes, and also felt like, okay, I guess we're going to get the next movie, and there are some little things in there. This one is much more dense. It's only a minute long, half as long, and has less, like, I guess, like, interesting dialogue, but has, like, some more, like, bombshell things to drop.
I wouldn't know what the dialogue is. All I got was brother, why?
So we have the translation to dig into later, but I guess before we do that, any more impressions? We're gonna go into our three-word reviews or reactions or whatever we're calling that now that we asked for on social media right when the PV dropped. But for that, any other impressions?
No. I'm gonna go with no.
My impression, there are a lot of like things that are being mentioned that I'm like, oh crap, I'm trying to not get too excited about, but also I now know to expect they'll probably, if they are interesting, they'll probably just be dropped in this movie at the end and maybe come to play a role in the 6th movie, in the final movie. So try not to get too excited about anything that was actually mentioned in this PV. But yeah, it's basically my reaction. So, okay. 3-word reactions. Do you want to go with the one Facebook one?
All right, I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to be looking at this doc. Where am I? Facebook. Louise says, I'm not ready.
And then on Tumblr, Magical Games said, so effing tired. I wonder if that's a positive thing or a negative thing.
It's a negative thing.
Or maybe they were just like staying up late to watch the PV. I can't remember what time of day it dropped. And Crazy Lyricist said, oh my god. Laviare? Anyway, said, shit's going down.
It's going down.
On Twitter, Chris Schultz at the Raggedy Man said, Kari's bad day. Let's go back and forth.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Mayfisher Guess, who's at Ancient Irismon and is on Lost in Translation Mon, said, those aren't Tai Chis. Alternatively and preferably, those are Makis.
It's hard when you get people's usernames that are clearly just like temporary for a con. this is Jeffrey at Otakon, which I forget how they normally have their name, the display name set up, but they're at Golden Pelt said, Davis's goggles? Maybe. Ashley's bad at this, so I'm going to keep going. CC Takado at CC Takado said, Tai Chi fake out. Rachel Casterton at Orba Yun Ray said, update virus software. Vande at With the Will, who is Allison Mack, who is at Allison Mack, said, damn those goggles.
Allison Maniac.
Mouse, I always read that as Allison Mack. Like I'm thinking of, what's the Nickelodeon show I'm thinking of? It was a
Yeah,
girl.
I know.
It was first name starting with an A, I think. Alex Mack. It was like Alex, and she turned into liquid. She turned into the things from that commercial. Oh my god, the juice that you drink, and the people would turn into liquid.
Okay.
It was like that.
Did
Anyway,
you read it?
moving on.
Damn the goggles. Did you read that? Okay.
Yeah.
Celeste said, is Tai Chi okay?
That was at J. Lacey. I thought I'd do better. I didn't do any better. Agu Monger at Agu_Monger said, please protect Hikari.
Lion at Lion C Falcon. Is that C? Yeah, that was good. Board Hype Train.
Dizzy at Dizzy and Lost said, please send help.
Aviv Beery? I don't know. Bear?
Let's take
Bad
10 minutes to
words.
pronounce every person's name.
Yep.
'Cause
Infected Kari Dam.
Takafumi Sakagami at Taka_Sakagami said, Tai Chi Courage Get.
Alvaro. Oh man, I always mess this up. Alvaro Alvarado / at Crimson 9660 said, goggle speculation begins.
And finally, Ramon Castro at Digimon Fan for Life said, those big wings. Okay, so a wide range of reactions, a lot of stuff about goggles.
I was distracted because the video isn't working, or the audio's not working.
Yeah, apparently audio is not working. Sorry for the live stream people. You shouldn't whisper into the...
I don't whisper.
We're either going to leave this in or we're not.
I can't hear us.
Yeah, I don't know what we can really do about... Sorry, live audience. Hopefully, I don't know. It might be from playing the video that my computer's doing too many things or something. We haven't had that problem before live streams, so who knows? Anyway, we'll just keep proceeding, hoping it's working. And if it doesn't, people can tune into the final episode on YouTube and iTunes and everything. Anyway, yeah, those are people's reactions.
I expected, since I had read some of these 3-word reactions before watching it, I expected more scenes where Kari was like possessed, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, it's surprising looking at these reactions seeing them beforehand, and then seeing the actual thing that inspired them. And it's like, oh, the thing that they're like all hyped about is like a literal like second, like a single frame of animation. And so like the Kari thing possessed is literally just like the way it opens is her with infection and stuff, and like yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's the translation of the dialogue, which is we have thanks to Garm on With the Will. Trying to think if there's anything here that's worth discussing. We'll have a link to this translation you can read if you're following along. The only thing that's worth noting, if you heard it while we were watching the episode, but when it sounds like Koshiro is talking about a virus. Like the Japanese word for virus is like virusu. I forget how to pronounce it, but it sounds a lot like he's saying Willis, which in Japanese the name was Wallace anyway, so it wouldn't be Willis. But for a second I was like, wait, oh my god, they're bringing Willis into it? Holy crap! But no,
No, not at all.
yeah.
Surprise! Willis replaces the 02 kids.
It's Willis's goggles.
It's Willis's goggles, everybody.
Yeah, there's really not much of the like things that actually gets more context from the translation in this one. The only thing is the only line I think is worth really discussing is the Big Brother Y at the end with the goggles, which actually understood without reading the translation. So I think there are multiple layers to that, because what it seems like people's consensus is online. I guess it wasn't in any of our... Did people mention Davis? Yes, it did. Some people speculate it's Davis's goggles. And I think that's because just the shape of them looks more Wait, no, what am I talking about? Davis had Taichi. I was going to say it looks different than Taichi's goggles, but no, they should look the same.
They have the same goggles.
I guess I'm thinking of the goggles he had before he got Taichi's goggles in the first episode of 02, but they will be the same. So, I mean, I guess there are lots of different obvious ways that could go down. That could be Taichi getting hurt. It could be them finding Davis, who had the original Taichi's goggles, overlaid with Hikari saying, "Brother, why?" Could be many things. Could be like, why did he be so reckless? Why did he go off on his own? Could be, why did he murder Davis? Which, that's what everyone wants, really. Yeah. Waiting for a reaction from Ashley, and she is just...
I was distracted because in the chat, CC Takata said, I think they'll probably make us think Taichi is dead and they'll turn out to be alive after all. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I really, if they try to make us believe that Taichi's dead, I think it's going to be hard to believe. Like, they should know that everyone going into watching this has seen the epilogue, and maybe not everyone, but like the vast majority of people have seen the epilogue. And so like they'd have to set up something that's like, we are contradicting the epilogue. Here it is. We are contradicting it. And I don't think they're going to do that. That could be the route a movie goes though. So I shouldn't rule it out as a possibility.
Can't trust anything.
But I don't know. It just seems pretty manipulative to like, first of all, I should say that PV was edited really well, having the music cut out when it goes to the goggles. That was well done. It was executed well as a trailer. But seeing that be like wait until the end, there's this big thing to watch, and it's like, okay. Like, that scene could be as minor as Taichi's goggles fall off in battle, and everyone is totally fine. There is such a wide range of things it could encompass. It could go from as simple as his goggles fall off while they're running, and it has nothing to do with Hikari saying, "Brother, why?" Or it could be as extreme
Likely.
It could be as extreme as Taichi stabs Davis in the heart and to get his goggles back. I shouldn't be mixing Taichi and Davis, or so we haven't really gotten to the mode of using the 02 Japanese names. Taichi stabbing Daisuke to get his goggles back. That's not going to happen. But it's like the thing that we've seen is such a wide range of possibilities there that I don't really know that it's worth speculating. I guess it is effective hype to get people wondering about that.
I mean, clearly that's what they want to do. Just don't buy into it. Just be chill.
I'm just like too skeptical at this point. Been affected by the Chai hype train before. But yeah, so I have in here a couple of images. I wanted to, I think parts of the trailer I thought were worth discussing. There's Hikari's infection we mentioned before. Jessmon. There's clearly going to be Jessmon. Actually, also have in the doc some screenshots from the first PV. So if you scroll down, like, I just included from the first PV the fact that like Jessmon and Alphamon are fighting apparently, and like there's even a scene in the first PV of like Jessmon fighting in Tokyo. So I guess that's gonna be a thing. We don't really know the details of that yet. So there was dialogue in the first one that was about like Hackmon talking about as a foreign body it'll be eliminated, which like seems like it's probably gonna be Hackmon needing to remove Mekomon because of infection or blah blah blah. So maybe Jessmon comes in to take away Mekomon. Like, there's definitely apparently a big fight with Mekomon in Tokyo, Mekomon infected mode. And maybe then Jessmon comes in to snag up Mekomon. Then Alphamon comes in to stop Jessmon. We don't really know who's on what sides yet. But, there, in this PV we see Metal Greymon, Lilymon. So I took that you see the third one of the one that looks like it's a duplicate photo of Metal Greymon. Do you see who's up at the top right?
It's very tiny. Can't easily...
It's Wergarumon.
Okay.
Yay, Wergarumon. He's probably gonna have a second screen time. Mekumon's new form looks pretty bizarre. It's in this there were actually more detailed views we got of it in the first PV.
Is ugly. What you doing?
Like weirdly robotic in ways that doesn't look cool. Doesn't look good. It just looks weird. Weird mismatch of
weird.
Like you can't just add robotic or mech elements to every design and make it look cooler. It doesn't always work.
It used to.
And anything else? We were going to get apparently a War Greymon evolution sequence.
Wow,
Which,
so exciting.
I don't know. As a strategy of like revealing, like having them use War Greymon in the first movie, having them use Omegamon in the first movie, and then like still taking like 3 more movies to dole out, getting like an actual evolution sequence for that. Like, I don't know. That doesn't. I don't know how that works. But then so this was one of the 3-word reactions mentioned this, the big wings, which I don't know if I would have like read too much into unless we'd gotten that reaction. So thank you, Ramon Castro, for mentioning that. But yeah, we see like a random couple seconds of clouds and big wings rising over the clouds, and those clouds, let's talk about the clouds. What do the clouds make you think of, actually? No, but the wings, the wings remind me a surprising amount of Dagomon, or Dragomon, however it's referred to, the thing from the Dark Ocean, the Cthulhu-like thing. And I don't know, that would be certainly an interesting route for the story to take.
Pretty sure that's not what that is, but okay.
Do you have any idea what it is instead?
No.
Just not that?
I don't remember it having like diamonds on its wings. Like,
Are there diamonds on the wings?
what are the shiny things?
Let me get a bigger picture loaded up in this faux shizzle rizzle filler talk blog glue. Hi Ashley, how's your day? Where is this picture? I don't think there are diamonds. There's something shiny, actually. I assume that was the moon, but I guess there's something shiny there. We don't know the full design of Dagomon, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the thing Dagomon has. Actually. Yeah, I don't think so. Dagomon doesn't have huge wings like that anyway. So that might just be a wholly new design. Anyway, we talked about the goggles. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts about included in the doc the new Blu-ray artwork that shows off Hikari and Mako standing together? Do you buy them as a pairing?
It's okay. It's pleasantly generic, like all of Digimon Try.
Yeah, it's really still don't feel any chemistry between these two characters. It really does feel.
They have cats, Jeffrey.
Yeah, they have cats. That's their main selling point of being together. I'm trying to remember at this point, are they the last two to be in a poster? Like, was it inevitable, like the DNA evolution or Jogress of Cody and TK?
No, TK wasn't a poster.
Takaru was with Koshiro. That's more thought than we have time to as we're going through this. I think that might be the case. If it's not, send in a complaint to the podcast. But
then what are they going to do for the next movie?
02 Kids.
02 Kids.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. I have the last movie with the characters that are unfortunately
Daisuke is back, bitches.
I wouldn't have if it's some kind of like thing with lots of different characters with like a tease of them or something. I don't know. That's not. Let's spend all the speculation episode for the 5th movie speculating on the 6th movie. That's what they basically end up doing.
Yeah.
Like the trailers for movie X are basically like a hype for movie X plus 1.
I think we're doing it correctly.
Yeah. There were some notes from the dialogue in the first PV that I want to talk about. There's a line in the first PV that's just Makomon. Mako saying, "Am I no longer?" Wait, no, I think it is Makomon. I think it's actually no, it's not Makomon because Makomon doesn't. Mako saying, "Am I no longer a partner?" And I don't know. I just want to bring it up because it's like I'm really not looking forward to more like Mako being like, "Oh, but am I? Is she my partner? Is she not?" Like I feel like we've gone through 3 movies of that now.
3 movies.
I guess the reveal of Makomon being infected didn't happen until the end of chapter 2, so we've only really had chapter 3 and chapter 4 of that. But I don't know, like that's a third of it, a third of the series already, and to have a third movie, so it's going to be half of the series being like Mako being like, I don't know, is Makomon my partner? I don't know, I just don't know. It's like, okay, I'm starting to really feel the weariness of like, was it worth so much of this Try movie project being wrapped up around Makomon, and I don't know. I buy them on some levels, but not in other levels. And there's also a line from the first PV that's Taichi saying, just who exactly is our enemy? And I think that, I don't know, that makes me a little bit excited. That, like, if it's going to become a conflict that's so confusing, they don't know who is worth fighting because it's
They already don't know who's worth fighting.
No. So that's what seemed really intriguing to me. That's what my height of excitement for Try was at chapter 3 when that seemed to be the case. And then chapter 4 was like, no, actually, here's Licky Evil Jedi, who is like actually the evil one.
Clearly, no.
I think he is.
They don't know that Maki is not.
Yeah, I guess Maki's a little bit up in the air. Like how despicable is she? How much are we supposed to dislike her at this point? But like, I just felt like introducing Jedi seemed like a very morally gray conflict and made it black and white. And I'm not really convinced that they're
He's not even Jedi, probably.
Right, yeah, but like I still think whatever force is.
He's Hackmon, who's
no, not Hackmon. He's anti-Hackmon. But I still, well, I don't know, Hackmon, whatever. I worry that whatever force is controlling or manipulating or creating that evil Jedi will just be the pure evil, and if
homeostasis.
Hopefully, I don't read too much. Homeostasis is good, Ashley.
I trust nothing.
Yeah, I don't entirely trust homeostasis at this point.
I trust nothing, Pixel.
Yeah. Is there anything you're looking forward to?
No. I had hopes for this after movie 1. I was like, oh, this is not good. Movie 2 and 3 gave me hope for this franchise again. Movie 4 was like, oh god, no. Now I'm just like, oh god, we're back in oh god, no land.
I feel like I was the most negative about chapter 4 though.
Chapter 4 has its like fun character moments, and because it's so bad, as long as you don't like care at all, you're like, okay, I guess this could be fun.
I don't know if that's, I think it's being extremely negative about chapter 4.
Licky Jedi.
Yeah.
Y'all can't redeem it from that. No Zero True Kids and Licky Jedi. That's what you give us. Screw you.
So on that note, is there anything you're specifically dreading aside from the possibility of more licking?
More Licky Jedi? No Zero True Kids. Well, at this, I particularly dread the expansion that seems evident of the cast.
Expansion?
Like, there's a random Digimon, and, like, they're gonna fight all these enemies, and I'm like, no, you don't already, there are already so many players in this game that you haven't explained yet, and there are only 2 movies left, and I hate you.
Okay, I don't want to, maybe I'm digging myself into a hole here, but I'm going to throw out a prediction for how this movie is going to be generally laid out. It's going to be basically it's split into 2 halves. The first half is going to culminate in some appearance of a bunch of different Digimon. So I only screenshot I saved was the Datamon, or I think Datamon is an English dub term. I think they're Nanimon in Japanese. Anyway, that they'll appear along with a bunch of other Digimon in the real world, and they'll have to deal with all of them. That'll be the first wave. Then the second half of the movie will be Mekomon going berserk with this metal.
Mekomon's always going berserk.
That's the thing. We're supposed to be hyped about that, but whatever. That's going to happen. And then they'll be fighting Mekomon to deal with that. Then Jessamon will appear to deal with that. Then Alphamon will appear to deal with Jessamon. They might end up in the digital world because of all that fighting or something. And that's when they'll stumble upon the goggles at the end. Or, I don't know. And that's just loose. I actually am kind of hoping instead that the 2 waves are actually the same thing. That it's like a one long protracted fight. Like, all these things show up, they deal with them. In dealing with them, that's also when Mekomon starts rampaging, and all of the things I described are actually in the first wave, and we haven't seen anything in the second wave. That would be what I hope for. But I'm
lol, you have such,
yeah, I shouldn't have hopes.
Your high expectations.
I mean,
bro.
I guess in my like, these are gonna be the 2 waves speculation, it didn't factor in Hikari at all. Didn't factor in Mako really at all.
Okay, wait.
And for it to be...
Okay, wait. I'll say I'm excited for Hikari. Hikari, after TK is a quality character.
Yeah. and the idea that like when so much of her like info dumps of the series have revolved around her being possessed by homeostasis, the idea of a movie revolving around her being possessed by the anti-homeostasis or whatever, another force. Like there's a lot of potential there, and I'm so trying not to read too much into that as like, oh, it's gonna be so great, because like they could totally not capitalize on that theme. They could capitalize on that theme. It could be amazing, or they probably won't. I shouldn't get my hopes up, especially about any one specific thing. But there is a lot of latent potential to a movie focusing on Hikari, and
it's not going to be good.
And maybe what I was talking about, like, oh, Mako is taking up so much of this movie series. Maybe what this movie will end up doing is like paying off all of that in a way that's like, oh great, that arc was really worth watching, and like we totally love Mako now, and it'll all be amazing.
I have these hopes. I have these dreams. And I know that they will not be fulfilled.
Yeah. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to mention that's just about the first PV. So apparently Crunchyroll has been, I don't know, been a little bit silent on the Digimon front lately. I think because some of the new social media people, well, it's just speculation, but I think some of the new social media people aren't so hot on Digimons themselves. And so, like, they didn't tweet anything about Odaiba Day. Thumbs down.
Who?
Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll Spain, I think, or Crunchyroll Portugal. One of the other Crunchyroll accounts tweeted about Odaiba Day, but the main Crunchyroll account did not. Shameful. But anyway, Crunchyroll posted today the first PV, so released months ago, the first PV subtitled, which I don't know how that worked. Like, it probably took so long because they were probably going through official approvals process to get official subtitles for this PV, which is interesting. And I don't know if that's novel or not. I don't know. I can't remember if they've done that in the past. But anyway, they just released that today. And I've seen some confusion about whether that's a new PV or not, but that's the first PV. And there was one line of dialogue in particular that was just like, oh, like they're using official terminology. Because there's this line in the first PV. That was actually, I think, mistranslated by the translation on With the Will, where Yamato is saying, like, it's not that I'm the chosen child. We're the chosen children. So he says, like, Erabarashi kodomo janai. He's like, Boku wa Erabarashi kodomo janai. Like, I am not the chosen child. Well, I forget if he says I or not. But anyway, and then he says, it's not that. It's that we are all the chosen children. But in the official subtitles, they have to use the terminology digidestined. So he's like...
So what do they say?
So it's like, it's not that I'm the chosen digidestined. It's not that I'm the chosen digidestined. It's that we're all the chosen digidestined or something. It's like...
Oh, awkward. Awkward.
Having been chosen and digidestined. It's like, oh, I feel bad for you. That's hard. It's a tough linguistic situation to work out there.
It's not that I'm the destined. It's that we're all the digidestined.
We're all the digidestiny dingo of Australia.
Definitely should just put that.
Yeah, so I guess this movie comes out in about a month and a half at this point. No, like a month and 3 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah. It'll be a movie.
It'll be a movie.
We'll have feelings about it.
We haven't fully worked out our plans yet. So this might not be a thing, but we are considering and might be doing a bunch of tri-related episodes before the movie comes out. So I don't know. We'll see how how we're watching those.
What? Okay.
We'll see how we will deal with having hype and words in sentences that I make with mouth.
Cool. I look forward to watching movie 4 again.
I'm curious to watch them all in succession again, because I don't think I revisited chapter 2 since it came out. Anyway, also the chapter 2 dub comes out soon, so
yeah,
we might do an episode on that. Not right away, because we have lots of other Frontier episodes planned and stuff like that, but we might do an episode on it at some point, maybe a couple of weeks delayed. But you should go out and buy it, because that is good to support, and we want to make sure we get all the... It would really suck if the dub does not finish, because if there are bad enough sales, it's possible it might,
it's just like, we're done.
I think because chapter 2 was screened in theaters, and chapter 2 was not. I don't know if I said that right. Chapter 1 was screened in theaters, chapter 2 was not. So it seems clear that there's much more expectation for demand of chapter 1. and not for chapter 2. And the way most these things work is that it keeps dropping after each release. So it's possible if chapter 3 comes out and doesn't get enough people to buy it, they've already started working on chapter 4, but then they just don't do 5 and 6. That's a possibility, and I don't want that to happen. So keep buying them. Hopefully they're good.
You know, you keep listening to that new Digi rap.
Yeah. haven't thought about the Digirap in a couple months. We'll see how that goes watching that. Anyway, thanks for listening to our thoughts about this episode and try chapter 5. I don't know, it's weird to see how our feelings towards try started off being super excited. Now I've kind of shifted into yep, it's gonna happen. Let's let it hit us when it happens. Anyway, you can find the full show notes, including links to the PV video, translation, etc., and the comment thread for this episode, which you can use to let us know all the things we got wrong, or all of the ways in which our opinions are all wrong, and why my prediction is totally not going to happen, because it's totally going to be wrong, and I know that. At puttage.com/020. Jump in the comments to let us know all those things I just said without thinking about how I'd have to update the script. You can also let us know your thoughts via social media, email, or with the Wolf thread, or the Digimon subreddit thread for this episode, which I probably won't be making because I have just been spamming the Digimon subreddit with Frontier polls, and
nobody likes Frontier.
Yeah, nobody likes Frontier. Anyway, so there probably won't be a Digimon subreddit there for this episode.
Our Goonimon artwork. Well, what?
Words, sometimes they change.
This
is why we're professional actors.
Yep. Our Goonimon artwork, while we've been covering Frontiers by Jubi and Majo on DeviantArt. We'll have links in our show notes to check out the rest of their artwork. Puttage is made possible with your support on Patreon, including support from our Patreon champion.
I mean, it makes sense you can't pronounce that word. It's a new word that we've never experienced in Digimon before.
Diabjomon, the infamous Tokujo on Twitter, Joe Kito, Kailunamon, Michael Penne, and Sam Kuwagamon, who is on the Moncast. Our ultimate Patramon, David Grauman, and our mega Patramon, Marcus, who apparently punches Digimon. I don't know. That's all I know. That's all.
You can find Pottages on Twitter, Tumblr, or Facebook to keep up with the Digimons, hear about upcoming episodes and recordings, and to get funny images and GIFs related to Digimon. I'm Definitely Jeff on Twitter. Ashley is AshMcD00. Andrew is PhantomCello'sF. That's all on Twitter. And Asher Dashery is the Tumblr snowflake.
Is the what?
I meant to say something like how he's special for being the only one that's on.
And then you made it real SJW of you.
Ash is Asher Dashery on Tumblr. And share the podcast with your friends who will get possessed for you and, I don't know, have a fall down mode evolution apparently to save you probably. Hikari probably is going to get possessed to save people because that's what she does. And join us next time for the Frontier movie. I think that's the next one coming up.
Is that the next one coming out? I don't know.
Maybe a few big episodes before that. But anyway, we're finishing Frontier. We're going to do some try stuff probably. Anyway,
finish Frontier!
Frontier never ends.
We know. We close the Frontier.
No, that's what we should do. Because so many Digimon projects, analysis projects, will get part way and not finish. That's what we should keep going actually, but never finish Frontier.
Never
just leave it open.
Just leave it. I mean, that's America.
Oh, no, you didn't need to go in that direction.
America.
Bye.
Bye.
And remember, never stop Digivolve.
I didn't know if we were doing Digivolve Your Differences. Jeff can't even right now.
Digivolve Your Differences.
Digivolve My Differences.
Dark Digivolve Your Differences. Fall down mode. Your differences.
What are you spouting right now?